Hi, you guys. It is Thursday, June 18th, 2015. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 56, Water Everywhere. I don't know about you guys, but here in the Midwest, the sun does not shine on a regular basis right now, and we have just had rain, and it's raining again today. You can find the show notes for this podcast on knitandpurl.net. The Purl is spelled P-E-A-R-O. In social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design on Facebook and Etsy, and that is the number one in front of Fine Design. And on Instagram, I am Doris M. Smith, all smooshed together. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl podcast group. And there is links in the show notes if you want to click on it and go, join. We have one new member this week who is Mommy of 8, who is Danielle from Iowa. Hi, neighbor. It's close. Hi, neighbor. Thank you for joining the group. Make yourself at home. Start a thread if you want to. Ask questions. Just thank you for joining. We have birthdays this week. We have 2 birthdays coming up. Today is JV2, who is Joanne. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Joanne. And Tweaks 9394, who is Terry. Her birthday is Monday, the 22nd. Happy birthday, ladies. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy birthday. Get to do all the things you want and that you eat cake. So YouTube this week, we have 281 subscribers. Awesome. And we're getting close to 300. So I'm thinking about doing a 300 YouTube comment thread prize. So that's in the works. Also, we are coming up on 100 members in the group, and when we get to 100, I will open a thread and we'll have a prize draw for that. So invite your friends and family to come join the Ravelry group for a chance for a prize. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the subscriptions, the thumbs up, the comments, constructive criticism. I appreciate it all, and I thank you guys so much. So this podcast has a June it's going to be June, July, and August cowl, which is a blanket. You can either piece it or just knit it however you want. It's a blanket, can be a baby blanket, can be just an Afghan. A lot of us are piecing since it is, I've got a long-term project going right now that is a blanket that I'm working on. You'll see in the whips, but I do want to do some kind of square blanket, and I hopefully will start that. I have so many things I want to knit. Anyway, we have a June thread, which is a show us what you're planning to do, including yarn and pattern. Chatter is welcome and encouraged, and the June prize will be drawn from the projects. People listed the projects, then I will pull those out and draw for that. And the prize is a $6 or less giftable pattern on Ravelry. That's all the administration. So we're going to move into the story of the week, which Ted and I went camping over the weekend to Yogi Bear Jellystone Park. I don't know why. So I'm going to try to do like you're supposed to do. I'm going to start with a positive, throw the negative in there, and end with a positive. Or maybe not. I don't know. It was very kid-friendly, but we didn't bring any kids with us. The people were nice. However, I wasn't impressed with the overall campsite. The campsites themselves were very small, with not a lot of room for parking vehicles, and also parking in general was just horrible. We have a pop-up camper, and I drive Ted's big truck, and I have a small car that I normally drive. So, doing all of that, parking, there wasn't a lot of parking, and then I have to try and park a big truck. Also, Ted and I had a little issue we did not communicate well putting up the camper, and it took us 3 hours in the heat to finally get it set up. Oh. This is our first camping trip this season, and we just bought the camper last year. And so we'd only used it a couple of times, and so it was like refresher, and next time will be better. Also, I want to say, and they don't, but thank you to the people who helped us put the camper away Sunday morning, bring it down and everything. In the pouring rain, 2 gentlemen came and helped us, and it was so wonderful. And also, I failed on the Worldwide Knit in Public Day. I didn't knit a stitch. I'm so sad. I wanted, here in St. Louis, they had a special Knitorius, my local yarn store that isn't very local, had a little thing at the Science Center, and I'm so jealous that I didn't get to go. Ted's like, why don't you just take the truck and go? We're not that far from St. Louis. And I'm like, but I'm in my camp clothes. I didn't, so anyway, I didn't go, and I didn't knit. There's always next year. So that is it of the story of the week. So health pearls this week. Even though there's water everywhere, as in rain right now for me, I'm having trouble consuming the amount of water that I need to, and that we all need to. So the health pearl this week is water, and 10 ideas to help drink more water. So let me get that up. So I found it through Stumble, and it's on a blog. A lady writes a blog, and the funny part about it is she says she thinks she's allergic to water, but it's a good blog, good ideas for drinking water, but she says she doesn't like water, doesn't like the taste, and she thinks she's allergic, but she knows she needs to drink more water and less soda. So 10 ideas, and let me show you she's Good and Crazy is the name of her blog. And her name is Carissa Rogers. So there she goes. So the 10 ideas, one of her little comments is, water everywhere, but I don't want to take a drink. So here are 10. I'm just going to read them. There is a link in the show notes if you want to go and read the whole blog. So 10 ideas to help you drink more water. Cut up fruit and put in there. Make it a little bit easier to consume. Count all of your water intake, including, you can add it to fruit juice and cut the calories and get your water. Herbal tea, you can count that. And there's an app for that. There are apps for Android called Water Your Body, and it's free on Android. And I'm sure there's one on Apple. I didn't do any research on that. MyFitnessPal also calculates calories and exercise, but it will also help you track your water. Number 4, take or keep it nearby and in eyesight. So it says, take the restaurant water challenge. Make a deal with yourself that you won't drink anything but water when you dine out. And it says, try to drink half the water before the meal comes. And if you don't like drinking restaurant water, then bring your own bottled water. Know your triggers. This lady says when she goes to cook a meal for her family, that's like, I want soda. So she drinks her water. She says she's trying to cut down on her soda and drink more water. Allow for failures. Meaning, if you don't drink your 64 ounces, it's okay. Day by day, hour by hour. Drink your favorite temperature. If you don't like ice water, drink have the tap water or have room drink. And if you like ice water, she suggests taking a bottle of water half full, freezing it, and then adding your water so that you have ice water during the day. Number 9 is sneak in 8 ounces, like when you're brushing your teeth or taking your pills. Drink the whole thing of water, and after you rinse your mouth, drink your 8 ounces. Number 10, it says drink less water after 4 or 5, because she said one of the reasons why she didn't like to drink a lot is because she has to go to the bathroom a lot. So don't drink as much after 4 or 5 to prevent you waking up at night. And there's a bonus tip to find a group of friends and create a challenge around drinking more water. She says, my sisters have all jumped in and encouraged me to keep my goals, and we created a whole Facebook group to keep each other honest on our weight, our exercise, and water goals. So, drinking water. So, after 12 minutes, shall we get into the fibery stuff? I have stash this week. So excited. So, I was enabled by Instagram. But the good thing is I just sold a piece of jewelry in my store, so I had a little bit extra money, and then I looked on Instagram and I saw this. And I had to have it. It's gorgeous, gorgeous fiber that is just begging me to spin it. It is from, like I said, I saw it on Instagram and I had to have it. I'm trying to get it where you can see it. On the Round. She's on Instagram. She had this. Right now it's sold out because she's been doing a good job of promoting her stuff. And it's just beautiful. It's Cosmic Rainbow, and it is Pullworth top, 4 ounces. And it's begging for me. Links in the show notes to her site. She has yarn, fiber. It's gorgeous. Yes. This has motivated me to finish spinning the fiber that's on the wheel. And we'll talk about that later. Oh shoot, I forgot to take it off the wheel. I might pause and bring it back up so I can show you the spinning. And I also got somebody sent me a pin, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that. These little slippers, I showed you that pin last week. So I got my package from Joe's Toes from the Royal Mail. Royal Mail. This was so nicely packaged. It comes like this. You open it up. Joe's Toes. And look at this. I got the felted, but they're also, put extra little felted stars in it. I'm like, oh, right. So cute. Felted stars. And here are and a nice note. And here are my felted slipper bottoms. Of course I got pink. Of course. So, it came fairly fast from the UK. The shipping wasn't too bad. It was not bad. Okay, fiddle. Sorry about that. Let me put this over here. So that's my stash enhancement. Very excited. Like I said, I really want to get that fiber on my... I'm sorry, I'm arguing with my Shaw, my Freesia, but I'm a little chilly today with the wet weather. So, finished objects. I have a half-finished object. And I'll put it on the blockers. My first Rose City roller sock. It's done. I really love this pattern. I actually did my first rounded toe. The light's really bad right now because it's so wet outside. So I like it. I like the fit. This is part leftover yarn, Patons Kroy Fern Rose. And then this part is Daisy Knits Songbird, which is her dewy sock base. Superwash Merino, Nylon and Stellina. I love the pattern. I haven't cast on the second one yet. I just finished this one yesterday. So this, I said last week, is an excellent pattern for someone just beginning to make socks. The pattern is very easy to follow, simple pattern. I wish you could see it better. There you go. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So hopefully I'll cast the other one on this evening. We shall see. So that is the half-finished object. Whips are the same as last week, except one new project added and a little bit more progress. We'll start with... What is the deal? I couldn't find my... Anyway, distractions, not good. So, here is the simple raglan cardigan. Here's where I was. Well, where did it go? I was on the last sleeve last week. I finished the sleeve, not that much, but I started the front, the first front, and that I think I've got one more row, and then I bind off this one, and then I need to do the same on this side, and it'll be done. It's coming to a close, but here it is. It is a free pattern. Wow, this is so hard to do in this. It's a free pattern on Lion Brand. And I believe it's also on Ravelry. Pattern and all is in the show notes. I am using Caron Simply Soft, 100% acrylic. The colorway is Gray Heather. This is the third ball. So I'll have more leftovers. So that's that. I don't know what else to say about that. It was living in my Joanne Springs Knit Spin Farm bag, but right now it's just laying on my side of my desk because it is a must get finished project. Not that the recipient is in a hurry, it's that I just want to do more things. I just want to do different things. Anyway, here is the Joanne Springs Knit Spin Farm bag, and there is a link in the show notes to her Etsy store. It's a very nice bag. I really love her bags. So, next project is the Scrappy Blanket. In my basket from Lantern Moon. This thing was full of scraps, and it is now not full of scraps. It's full of blankets. Not a whole, well, a goodly amount of progress. I'm like, I was there last week, so I finished the purple and added a different color. And of course, this is something that didn't go camping with me. It's too big. So here we are. Hopefully this will be done this week if I have time to work on it. So it's my blanket. It's gonna be bigger than I thought it was, but it'll still cover my legs when I'm cold in here. And I've had enough of this shawl. I don't know why it's not staying on today. So I'm gonna suffer through without it. So I did add one other project, which is in my tangerine design bag. Links to the show notes. Cows again. And this was sitting on top. So I am just making a pouch. Another pouch. Using up some partial balls of acrylic in pink. So my plan, I don't know how many, I think there's 40 stitches. I'm using worsted weight held double. These two you've seen in other projects. I think these were both in my raspberry cordial. This is just the Encore Plymouth Yarn Encore, which I think is 100% acrylic. And then this one is Everyday by Deborah Norvell. It's also acrylic. So I'm holding it double. Oh boy, it's getting all mixed up. And when one runs out, I've got a ball of white, and we'll add that. I'm going to do the 3 needle bind off when I get to the desired. Okay, quit fiddling. So I'm using 10.5, my Addi Turbos, 10.5, 40-inch circular, magic loop. I believe I did 40 stitches, and I'm just knitting. When I get to where I want to be, I will do the 3 needle bind off, and then I plan on lining it and putting a button and all of that. So you'll see it when it's finished. There it is. Like I said, I'm holding it double, so it's making this really pretty. And it's pink. And it's just, I started it on the camping trip. So I knitted, but I was knitting in the camper. So I wasn't knitting in public. So, a little disappointed. Maybe next year. So, like I said, I haven't started the second sock. So that is it. Spinning. I'm going to go here and I'm going to cut this part out. I want you to see the spinning. I forgot to take it off. Or maybe will just show it. I completed the loop bat. There. Oh, that's nice. So it started out as a medium pink. Then it went to a dark pink, and then it went to a purpley maroon, and then it ended with this dark maroon. It spun. It's pretty nice. That's the end, so it's still not perfectly even, but oops, there it is. So it's resting, and it will be, I still haven't practiced my chain ply, and I need to do that before I try to spin this. And we need to have calm and quiet. But you see, it's got a little sparkle in it. It was an enjoyable spin. There we go. Next up, Pinterest. I found a pattern. Oh my goodness. I love this pattern, which is going to cause me to have to do some more stash enhancement, because this is just so I want to do this. So in my wheelhouse. It is a granny shrug. It's more like a granny, like little, bolero. Gorgeous. This pen has a video and a pictorial how to do. It's crochet. It's awesome. It is knit with a bulky yarn. It's beautiful. This is one thing I want to do. So, Stumble is something that just resonated. Very, very simple, not anything. Peace. It does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of those things and still be calm in the heart. Very nice. So, that is it for this week. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing to YouTube right there. Thumbsing up. Please comment. And I would thank you very much. Bye, you guys.